Welcome. I'm Susan Kessel, station manager Frump of FPAC TV, and we're here today for the Fairfield Art Association's Frumpy Tea. We're here in the home of Nan Cameron, who's graciously allowed us to come into her home, is sharing her beautiful mismatched china. We had a wonderful time dressing up and wearing special makeup for the day, and you'll get a chance to see all of this and everything going on, all of our outfits. But right now, we're going to take a look at our tables. Of course, we have the wonderful china and the linens of Nan, the wonderful dishes and cups and saucers, and even her little doilies underneath. And it's all accentuated. The tables are decorated wonderfully with this beautiful jewelry. Oh my, a little flower person, and the mismatched butter knives, the wonderful hats. I have to say that I could wear these hats all the time, and we do have a lot of wonderful gloves on the tables also. And we'll move to another table. A lot of these things have been dug out of our closets, our grandmother's closets, auctions, and some of the things we still use around our house. Wonderful family heirlooms, scarves of all kinds, and gloves. I never knew gloves came in so many colors. And our plant, you can see our plant is struggling along, but we thought it would be okay for today for our Frumpy Tea. Moving on to another table. This table is decorated in beautiful greens. We've got the green scarf. I'm not sure of the date of this. The flowers are a little bit spent, but frumperly. And this is actually one of my favorite purses, this beautiful green, and I do carry this once in a while. I got it at auction. And these were another find at an auction, these wonderful old pins. And I'm sure that this olive green glove was really attractive in its day. The earrings. I love the earrings and the jewelry. And once again, the magnificent china. Oh, things have appeared here since that Diane Silverman and I decorated. This has appeared. This must be Nan's. I'm not sure what it is, but I love it. A little frumpy lady. And this is Diane Silverman's hat. And I believe her mother-in-law, Jay Silverman's mother, had wonderful, wonderful clothing and accessories. And this is her purse and hat, and pins and jewelry and scarves. And now we'll come over here. This is a table done in blues, the blue period. A hat that we had a tradition of our family of wearing hats on Easter, and this is one that was well worn, I do believe. And again, the wonderful gloves, the wonderful earrings, and a book that every young wife should have, the Ought to Know book. I'm sure that there are lots of wisdom in that book. And the little purse and the hanky. So we should have a lot of fun sitting around our tables with all of our guests. And we have we have two more tables, but one more back in the corner. And I see another little surprise has appeared from Nan. This is kind of a black and gold and pearl theme with this lovely pin and the lovely hat. and the gloves and jewelry and accessories to go with this wonderful tablecloth. Now we'll take a little camera break and move to another table. And we have our last table here, and this has got to be the most gorgeous purse of the day. It's beaded. It belonged to Diane Bolte Silverman. It is just gorgeous. I would love to carry this, and these earrings that just happen to go perfectly with it. And this is kind of a greens and blue centerpiece here. So we will get on with our tea and be back in a few minutes.
Well, hi everybody. Thank you.
Do we need a little click click? Although I don't want to.
Where's Nan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to welcome everyone. Thank you for coming this morning. You look wonderful. Everybody looks great. And just to let you know who I am, I'm Diane Bolte Silverman, and I'm the current president of the Fairfield Art Association. And this is Susan Kessel, a very long time member of the Art Association. And Susan did all of the table centerpieces.
With help.
Well, I brought things, and you brought things.
And little things appeared that belonged to Nan.
And
little
Nan,
things.
she put some too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Nan Cameron, whose home we're in, did the tables, all of the linens and the beautiful china, everything. So we'd like to thank you, Nan, for supplying us with the home and with the table settings. And what I thought, I would also like to make another thank you to Oakland Nursery. Terry Klein is our one very brave male board member for the Art Association, and we needed some wilted flowers. And
Well, they're almost fresh.
They're almost
fresh.
The wonderful flowers outside as we came up.
You'll have door prizes to take home.
Yeah.
Almost fresh flowers.
You can have them. And so Oakwood Nursery donated all of those. And then I also...
Nancy Hores is going to be our MC, but she's running a little bit late. So
we're not quite sure where she is, but she'll be coming soon.
She's a really good friend, but once in a while she has a habit of being late.
So she will be here, right. And then our board members made scones and crumpets and cucumber sandwiches for the tea. So I'd like to thank all of them. 3 board members are up here, Kathy Casca, Vicki Carr, and Kathy Shaney. There you are. And aren't those wonderful dresses? Yeah. Great, yeah. And we'll tell you about those later. But right now, we just thought we would just serve you some tea, not the food yet, but some tea. And you can just visit, and then later we can walk through the dining room for a buffet and then come back. And then by that time, we're hoping that Nancy will be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just have fun.
We'll just serve you some
we'll
tea.
Start serving.
More time for Nancy. Have any of you made crumpets before? No? Good. Good. Because
we made the crumpets.
Did you realize that you have to have a little crumpet form? And I found this in a tumbler. And I don't think it's a real crumpet form. It's a cookie cutter. Think? So, anyway, and the recipe...
Oh, it's terrible. I was going back and forth. This is part of my joy of cooking cookbook. You can see it's fairly well used. But it was, first it was not, they were not listed in the index, but I was flipping through here looking for a scones recipe, and then I found it, way at the bottom of this page under English muffins. So I was happy because I found the crumpet recipe, and then it just says crumpets are essentially similar to English muffins, except that muffin rings must be used. So then I got all excited and called Susan and said, what are we going to do? And
Said you could cut tuna cans, the top and the
Right.
bother out. And that didn't sound very appetizing to me. So
yeah, I had cat food cans, and I thought, no, we won't. The flavor of ocean tuna or something wasn't.
So we
gonna
didn't
help.
do that.
So we didn't do that. So Susan luckily went to Ottumwa and shopped around it.
and found some.
And you found him. I was
there shopping for my dress anyway.
Lovely too.
Thank you. And then also when you're mixing up the crumpet mix, it's liquid, but
Very
it says
liquid.
be prepared for it to expand. So I put it in a big bowl and went about doing work, and I came back and it tripled and went out of the bowl.
and mine was very liquid too, and I thought there's got to be something wrong here. But I had a big bowl, so I put it in the oven for like an hour and a half, and I came back and it was still liquid. Nothing had.
We use different recipes.
Yeah, and I looked, and I'd done this in the regular crumpet recipe. Said you had to use compressed yeast. So there's no compressed yeast in Fairfield that I could find, and so then it said I had to flip back to this other recipe that said to substitute dry yeast, you had to increase the water, but it didn't say by how much. So I did, and then you let it sit. It had to be at just the right temperature. It was terrible.
And then you have to bake them. You put them on a griddle in these little rings,
Right.
and you have to bake them almost 20 minutes. I could put 5 rings in a griddle, and you could make them. You have to bake them almost 20 minutes each.
I didn't.
So I did. I really did.
There they are.
Now, I don't want to scare you,
It didn't
but
all turn out that way.
you know how you slice them? Well, I sliced one side off. So if you have some that are not sliced, they didn't get burned, and if you do have them sliced, this might be the other half.
And what I ended up doing was I just kept dumping flour in, and my husband walked in the kitchen and said, I can't believe that you volunteered to make crumpets. He said, you're a terrible baker.
So my recommendation is to buy English muffins. You'll see they look just the same. We might give this for a prize.
But we do hope you like the crumpets anyway.
And, Gal, I'm still. Yes.
Before we have tea. I know that this sounds really planned, and it was not planned, honest to God. I had to clean out a few little things to make room for you today, and one of them was cleaning out that corner. Now, it may not look cleaned out to you, but it is cleaned out compared to what it was. And it meant I could open the cupboard that was behind it, which I did. And isn't it weird sometimes in life how little things happen for no reason at all? I found my mother's diary from 1920-21. Oh, wow. She was 11 years old, and she had had polio, and my grandmother had taken her to a wonderful new doctor, Dr. Kellogg in Battle Creek, Michigan. Oh. And she would go and spend 6, 8, 10 months at a time with Dr. Kellogg. So this was tucked in her diary, and it was sent to her by her grandmother, my great-grandmother, after whom I'm named, who's the pretty one of the two over there. The other one's her mother, the stern one. But that's Nan up there. And she sent this to my mother in October of 1921. And she sent it to her from Lima, Ohio. It says, Josephine, only a few years ago, and I'll pass it around because it's so apropos. It's a little girl dressing up on all the things when you used to put all the things on your mother's bed. When she had tea, you took the ladies' wraps and put them on the bed, and then you went up and played in them. Remember doing that? I remember doing that. That's the cartoon from 1921.
Thank you. Well, I still wish that Nancy would get here before we serve. Do you think we should call her?
Let me go check.
Okay, call something. We might need these.
I think that's adorable.
Oh, yes, these. If you ever need them.
I have one.
I could have borrowed it. Oh, kind of losing this slip here. We talked to Nancy a few days ago, and I'm sure she knew when to come. I did talk with Nancy a few days ago, so I'm sure that she knew. But sometimes.
She just got here, so
Okay.
a little.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Nancy! Nancy! Oh!
I was trying to get my beauty sleep. I was trying to just I didn't want to have bags under my eyes this morning for you girls.
We're just glad you're here.
Thank you.
You're our MC.
Oh, thank you. Not now, no, do it. No.
So we will serve our tea now that we have our MC here, and hope you enjoy the tea.
Yes. Have a seat. Okay, we will bring English breakfast. This is a sweet and spicy herbal.
This is blackberry sage.
Wisdom. Wisdom is given to me as a
Wake me up best.
Herbal. Would you like to be wise?
I want to be
Yeah, they're great. One of those box breakers.
Oh man.
You can come either way. Yeah.
Marmalade.
All right, on the food on the silver tray are our crumpets, and what we've done is put them in the oven and toast them a little bit, and so they're just a little crunchy otherwise, and we thought they were a little mushy, so that's how we did it. And then people will go on down the table and take either strawberry jam or honey or butter and put them on the crumpets. Now these look as if they've been very popular. There are poppy seed muffins, or poppy seed scones, I'm sorry. Kathy Shaney made those, and we'll have to see if we can get some more of those. And then these are also another kind of scone brought by one of our board members. And what kind of scone? This is another scone here that is filled with herbs or something else. Ham scone?
Buckingham Palace.
Oh, I'm sorry. They are Buckingham Palace scones made by Vicki Carr. And Kathy Casco, what were your scones?
I did not make scones. I made.
Oh, you made cucumber sandwiches. I'm sorry.
Not from the Buckingham Palace.
Okay. Well, the other scones were actually made by by Kim Ward, who's another one of our board members. And then, of course, we have the jam and the honey, which we need to replenish. And this is clotted cream that was made by Susan Kessel. And that, again, goes on the scones or on the crumpets. Okay. And here, as Kathy Casca mentioned, are our cucumber sandwiches. And we have 2 plates of those made by Kathy and another board member, Susan Wilhite. So please enjoy seeing our food, and we hope everyone here is enjoying eating it. So she's going to just kind of talk about some of our costumes and things, and you're going to award the prizes too, and award the prizes. As we were eating, costumes were checked out and prizes awarded. So we don't want to keep you into suspense too long.
Yes.
But so we'll do that right at the end. Thank you.
And the judges have, worked very, very hard on this. We're not going to tell you. We're going to protect. We're not going to say who the judges were, though. Just, protect the innocent here. Okay, so first of all, How many of you rushed right over to your dictionaries to look up what frump meant when you were out? Deb Glass did. Anybody else? I know, my dear friend Jean did. Okay. Okay, so what did you learn? What did it say? Deb? Oh, she's eating. Okay,
Well,
go ahead.
it said two different definitions. One was pale and dull and, not too much color. The other one was out of date.
Oh. Okay. All right. And Jean? I thought when Jean told me what she learned, I said, well, that doesn't apply to us. Because what did it say?
Unattractive and dull, I think.
Okay. And you said uninteresting.
And interesting.
Uninteresting. I'm sorry. I don't know about you, but I think we're all very interesting today. So I'm really not sure that we're frumpy after all. But we do have some unattractive things, We're not unattractive, but there are, I would say, some unattractive things here. Anyway, and Nan's dictionary, I checked it out, and it said a woman who is dowdy, drab, and unattractive. So, yeah. I still didn't think that was really us. So, what we'd really like to do today is just walk around the room, and when I come to your table, first of all, we'd like to have you, whether you're dressed up or not dressed up, at least introduce you. We'd like to see what you considered yourself on your name tag here. And then if you'd be comfortable talking about what you have on and maybe where it came from, because we're thinking that, there's probably some very interesting history here with some of your outfits, or some funny little stories that may have happened when you were out digging through your closet, looking for them.
Me, aren't you?
Well, I was looking because...
True that I shared that with the wrong person.
Well, Jean, you don't... what a cute bag. This is
Martha's.
Oh, Martha, that's your bag. Oh, that's a cute bag. We'll have to make sure that we get that on camera there.
This is my bag.
So since Jean's my friend, I figured I can't pick on her to start with. So, okay, so Jean, what's your
Bag lady.
Bag lady frump? Okay.
Frump. So, you want me to...
Do you want to stand up so everybody can see?
Your hat, yeah.
My hat is absolutely meaningless. Sorry. But the outfit has a lot of significance. This came right out of my closet, and I wore this a few years ago. I had chosen this. We were going to a very special concert in Pittsburgh. We were going to see Luciano Pavarotti, and I was very excited. And so I bought a new outfit, and my husband and I went to dinner, and all through dinner he never said word one about the outfit. And finally on the elevator, getting ready to go into the concert, I said, so what do you think about my outfit? He said, it's just not you. It's just not you, and I don't like it. I don't know what you were thinking when you picked it out. So it's hung in the closet since then, and so today I put it on, and he said, that is just perfect. And the hat is just some pins that I have in my jewelry box, and I don't know why. They have no meaning whatsoever, so I figured they would be
Perfect
for today.
Very dull and uninteresting.
Very dull and uninteresting. No jewelry and no earrings. And
Okay.
And then this is in honor of Mrs. Summers, my 6th grade teacher, who always had a hanky. Not even a nice hanky, but a tissue. A tissue in her bosom.
Great, very good. Thank you. Okay, and let's see, Martha, what's your old buzzard? Okay, Miss Old Buzzard, do you want to tell us about your frumpy outfit?
Actually, I have nothing to tell. I just opened my closet. I did have to get this out of the garage sale.
Are you showing the
And
shoe?
2 watches. Yes. 2 watches. One of them is my grandmother watch.
I needed one of those this morning. Actually, I needed the alarm clock. But,
earrings.
My earrings were a gift from Holly Hill when she was in middle school.
Oh. And then I love your little seed corn cap there.
Yes, I have 1,000 of these if anybody would like.
So there's another idea for the Art Association. You know, we could have, you know, seed corn cap day or something, and you know, we could all wear seed corn caps. And Miss Judy, what is yours?
I'm a gardening frump.
Oh, gardening frump. Okay. All right. And anything special here, Judy? You want to tell us about?
People have been kind of enticed with my nothing really special. My mother's gardening hat and my mother-in-law's attractive clothes. Very nice.
Very nice, Judy. And Mary Arnold, what is your little title there? What did you choose for yourself?
I'm a bag lady like Jean.
Oh.
We walked over and we were bagging it together. Here's her bag.
Oh.
I just came from, I'm new to Fairfield. I've only been here about a year. And my sister, who was out in California with me, we grew up in Ohio, but she was my youngest sister, moved out with me, and as a going away, she made me pictures of us as we were growing up, and things that meant things. You know, there I am with her. She's 7 years younger. It's kind of a fun bag, so that was my bag. And then my inside bag, I could bring two bags.
Two bags. She really is a bag.
Oh.
This little bag. This belongs to my husband's grandmother who lives in Eldon, Iowa. She's 94. She just was cleaning out her closet the other day, so she gave this, and it has even a little coin purse. So I had to bring two bags today. Two bags, nothing too unusual. This is like actually out of my closet too, although I went to the eye doctor the other day. I need these, you know? I've got like two of these around my neck. And then of course if I need to fix my lips, a little mirror. I have a mirror, fix the lips. Pizza cutter on the back of my hat. My son loves pizza. He's 15, you know. And then I got a little meat thermometer because I always burn my meat. Not quite right.
Well, I think a good frump does.
Yeah. Tea, in case I need to have some tea.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Little chopsticks here, in case I want to get, you know, Oriental.
Very good.
Oh yeah, you never know. You might need some. Just pull it right out of your head. You know? Anyways, it's nice being here, and enjoy.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Okay. We need to work our way this direction so we can come back around the corner. And we have...
Birthday girl first.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have a very special occasion today. We have an over-the-hill frump.
Yes, I'm over the hill. I'm Miriam Jones-Kenning, and it was fun to be back in Fairfield. Martha and I taught together over 20 years ago. Right? And mine is sort of what I call a Welsh salvation. I thought the green was very nice. However, my daughter did tell me that this is Kurt Cobain green, so. Yes. I don't know whether that's Frumpy or not, but I thought that was.
What does that mean? Who's that Kurt Cobain?
He was Nirvana lead.
Nirvana.
I know that.
I know that. I wouldn't know that.
OD'd. This truly is my Australian straw hat. I do have some daffodils in here which make it a bit Welsh. And also my purse and my shoes. Twice I've done the play, or the musical I Do. And in the final 50 years of these people's lives, these were my shoes and this was my purse. And today I turned 50.
Yeah! And she brought along, you know, this whole table full of ladies, her entourage from Ottumwa. And you'll go next. Okay, this is what,
I'm
Lake?
Melinda
Okay.
Quinn.
Quinn?
I have nothing so interesting to say about my outfit.
Do you need over here,
put
Richard?
together from my closet and from various ways on.
Here, I'll slip around over. Can you get it?
What's the name of that place?
Salvation Army.
Miriam found out about this, and that was most of the fun was the anticipation and talking, all of us, and talking on the phone and deciding what we were going to wear. Has been really
I'm Connie Miller, and I just was over at the theater the other night, so I just grabbed some things and put this on. And one of the guys over there, he said, he took it seriously. He said, "That's my good dress I brought for someone to wear." I mean, he really thought it was something you should be wearing. I wore this in, what, Guys and Dolls?
Guys and Dolls.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
It kind of looks like boy toys.
It does kind of look like that.
Yeah.
I'm Kelly O'Brien Stopa, and I'm an old biddy. And I'm very, very picky about my tea. So that's why I'm here today. And boy, we did a wonderful job, I must say. This outfit, I swear to God, my grandmother, Rhodes, passed away about 1.5 years ago, and she was almost 102. And she had an outfit just like this, and I found exactly like this, and I found it at the Salvation Army, and I thought I have to wear this. So, and then we got the rest of the stuff, and then I couldn't find a hat. So I went up into my daughter, my 8-year-old's closet, and her grandmother had given her this ugly thing to put on the wall. And this is a wall hat. Okay? It's a wall hat. So now it's on my head and somebody's using it.
And
it
so,
won't be used anywhere
and so does that make you a wallflower then?
Very good. Very good.
This is really delightful because we get to celebrate our good friend Miriam's 50th birthday, and I just love this. This is great. You should do this more often.
Well, and we and the Art Association does recognize the need for frumps to have places to go and things to do. So. Let's hear it for those frumps.
Okay, now perhaps you're wondering why I'm so underdressed, but I called my daughters. They're both in, one's at Iowa State and one is working in Cedar Rapids. So I just said, hey, I'm going to a Frumpy Tea. Girls, what do you think I should wear? Both of them said, Mom, don't wear the royal blue sweatpants and your Okoboji University sweatshirt and your Duck Race from 1999 t-shirt. And for God's sakes, don't wear the Dexters that you wear. I wear these to the garage and I won't throw them away. So that's why I had to wear it, because Frumpy is uninterested. We talked to each other, and they both said exactly.
Good, all right.
Well, let's see, this is really, I thought it was pretty lovely. Well, this has a little bit of a story, but nothing else really does. I went to the Salvation Army too, but my ex-mother-in-law, when I was visiting Florida a couple of years ago, she gave it to me for a Christmas present. And I think she thought I was finally at that age where I would want to wear these all the time. So I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I kept it, and now I have some place to wear it.
And you noticed that she did say she was her ex-mother-in-law.
Yes, and anyway, I'm Vicki O'Brien, by the way, from Atomo, and we're all just really happy to be here. Thanks.
That's great. And we're glad that you're here. Okay, let's start with Richard. I'll let you pick here, because you're the camera guy. Right here, we're going to go this way. All right?
Okay.
And your name is?
I'm Martha Swearingen from Richland.
And what did you choose?
Keep young.
Oh, all right.
Now, this apron belonged to my mother. I wore this in high school. My hat and my purse are my granddaughter's playthings. And I had to take all the toys out of the purse before I could bring it today. And my husband said, if you have car trouble, don't call me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I am Bernice Ogden, and Dorothy Bell invited me today. Thank you, Dorothy. And I used to volunteer at the bargain box, and that's probably enough said for one. I just went down to the basement and dug through the suitcase of dress-up clothes from our grandchildren. They haven't been here for 3 years because the Air Force sent them to Norway, and so some of them were a little messy, but threw them in the dryer. The purse still has play money in it and some scratch paper, and the skirt has a big hole in it.
Oh, socks.
I think they must have come from the bargain box, too. And the boots I wear to the garden. And the hat has a $3.99 price tag on it. I collect hats and hat boxes and give programs.
That's a great
And this is from Addie Bauman, Dr. Bauman's mother. When she died, Diane and Bill gave me several of her hats, and most of them were pink, and this one still had the price tag on it.
Oh, I love it. That's just fabulous.
Hi, I'm Linda Kopseeker, and I also have taught with Martha. And so Martha and I taught about 20 years together at the middle school. And Martha invited me to come, and I do thank her. But when she first said Frumpy Tea, and I thought, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to wear. I saw this on myself in a picture, and I thought, Frumpy, I will never wear that again. So there was no doubt in my mind what I was going to wear.
I love the slip.
Oh yeah, the slip hangs just a little long down here. It's a full-length one, and I have it pulled up. Martha loaned me the gloves. These are rings that were either my mother's or my grandmother's or mine. And the hat, I said, Martha, I don't have a hat. I had one that was really lovely. It's straw, and it has all those old-fashioned fruit all over it. And it's about 100 years old. But I was afraid to wear it. I was afraid it would just disintegrate. So I said, Martha, I've got to have a hat. So I went into her bedroom. She's there in on the bed. And they are her granddaughter's play hats. I said, this is the one.
It's fabulous.
This is the one. And then also her husband said, don't stop any place in Richland.
Oh, dear.
I'm the bifocal Frumpy.
Oh, I'm the old hag Frumpy.
I'm Dorothy Bell from Fairfield, and I'm glad to have a chance to wear these wonderful accessories I have. I don't get too many chances. I picked them up in my travels. The shawl is from Mexico. My purse is from Guatemala. And my rings are from the southwest part of the United States. Nancy, can I put in a little promo here?
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised that you didn't choose the gardening frump.
I didn't know it was there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Since we have some out-of-town guests, I want to remind everybody that our garden tour is the last Sunday in June from 2 to 5 o'clock, and we'd be glad to have you all here.
Road trip is like and you'll want to go.
Gosh, and does anybody have a birthday at the end of June?
No.
Have a little...
No, don't look at me! I was thinking August and September.
Okay. Now we're going to come over to this this table of frumps. I didn't even recognize this one. So we'll start with you, Deb, if that's okay. Richard, are you situated?
Deb, I'm from Fairfield, and unfortunately, I already had all of the things I'm wearing. So I had nothing new, but I wanted to let you all know that I did have a theme in mind. I have my butterflies and my bracelet and my little pin. And my signature color today was to be purple, but I only had a blue parasol. But I did want to become prepared because I knew that there'd be a lot of new friends that I would meet today. So I did make sure I came well stocked. And so I did add a few things to my bag, which I shared with my table mates today.
Oh, yeah. You did.
And I wanted to make sure we all had a wonderful time. So we started off with a little bit of libation.
Hey, birthday girl.
And that's the reason why she was just a bit tardy this morning.
telling stories out of school on the air.
But my shoes today are not old, but they're old style, and I always wanted to have a pair like these because my grandmother had 2 pairs of shoes like these, and I always remember her wearing nothing but this style of shoes. And I was telling my new friend Jean on the way in that she had a nice pair that she always wore when she was going out, and she had her frumpy pair that she always wore outside to do her gardening and yard work. So these are my frumpy shoes.
Hold one up, Deb. Take one off and hold it up.
Oh, my shoes.
My
My grandma's shoes.
Oh, yeah, they are indeed.
And of course, I do have lavender socks to carry out my signature color.
Oh, great job. Okay, and how about, yes, very good, Deb. Jean Ann, and what are you? The old biddy?
Old biddy.
The old biddy Frump.
I'm the old biddy. It's from Frump. And I want you to know that I do have a matching.
Oh my God.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you can be frumpy, but you can be up to date. Now, this hat, really, my mother made this hat for me to wear out in the yard. And I thought, this has got to be the perfect hat for this occasion. Now, the dress, I don't really think I ever wore this, but it was in my closet. And being, so prim and never wanting to show off any skin, I put a shirt under it.
You know.
My grandma always wore an undershirt.
Jean, I'm sure somebody probably just, one of your friends, it's a joke, probably just put it in your closet, don't you think? Yeah.
And never mind that my clothes are not exactly fitting. I mean, they kind of. But I think I looked pretty good when I left home. But when we were driving along to pick up, a man was backing out of the driveway and knew us. And you should see the expression. I laughed the whole way to home. Oh, Jean Ann Rose for Tumwa. And when I read about this Frumpy Tea in the paper, I laughed so hard, I called up her and said, Mama, you've got to do this. So whoever put the ad in the paper?
I would say that would be our very own Susan.
Well,
Yes.
I'm Molly Nauman from Ottumwa. And basically, rather than being totally frumpy, I mean, I threw on a denim jumper, but then I accessorized. I think, accessories are everything.
Absolutely.
So I decided to go with the spring theme. I want you to notice my earrings. These are little woven straw earrings. I'm sorry, they don't have flowers. They are fruit. I bought these in Mexico probably about 40 years ago. Wore them. And my daughter said, I said, aren't you amazed I can find these? And she said, no, I'm amazed you ever owned them and wore them. My handbag is also woven. It goes with
Lovely.
earrings. And it might remember when my mother gave this to me. She had bought it for me special. And she was so proud of this. And it has lived in my closet stuffed with things like my ballet slippers. So I thought it was appropriate. And the hat has a long history. It really did start out as a sun hat on a vacation. And then it served various other purposes, but the last time it was worn, my husband went to a costume party as the man with no name. And he wore my serape, and he wore this hat. So then I pulled it out, found it in the closet, and I thought, I've got to be crafty. I've got to have some flowers. And so I found it. So I went through a horrible floral arrangement and plucked these from them. But they had little pointy things on them.
Right.
I had to get rid of those. And I said, how am I going to attach them? And my daughter said, well, you would use a hot glue gun. I said, good, I'll go get it. She said, you have a hot glue gun? I did, and I had the glue, and I put them on, and I'm ready.
All right.
And I am a hippie frumpy because that basically is my decade, and I'm a flower child.
Well, I'm Rose Schultz from Ottumwa.
And I might ask you, step over this way, Rose.
Everything I have on actually came out of my closet. And these were something I wore. Had other pieces that went with it that looked a little different.
But you know, old ladies wear purple, so I kind of did the same. And in closing, I just want to say that the three of us are going to go to the First Lady's tea, and so we were just seeing if these costumes were...
I think, absolutely. I know. Yes.
Nancy Hores.
And I'm sure anybody here would be happy to don the, parts of their outfit for you ladies to wear. And yes, I think you'll represent Southeast Iowa really well. Okay, Richard says let's go over to this table over here in the corner. So, and where do we want to start?
I'll start.
Karen. Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, this is the Pippi Longstockings of Frump. She's the young Frump, we decided.
My name is Karen, and I'm from Fairfield, and I chose Buggy Frump. And it was very nice. And I feel a little under-accessorized today. I didn't take enough time with my jewelry, but it's because I took extra time with my hair. This is in my closet.
Turn and show the ladies.
My mom used to work in Marshall Fields in downtown Chicago, and she wore this to work.
Oh.
And my shoes are from Oroville in India, which is a very friendly place.
And your bag here.
Oh, my bag. Well, my bag is a good one.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, we might want this table. Okay.
Well, I think I am Doggy Dog Frump, which I did not choose, but I think is very appropriate because I'm involved with dogs here in town. I'm an animal rescue volunteer. But my name is Carol Klein, and I actually thought I was coming as Glamour Frump. I think this hat is actually pretty cool. I might wear it really not as a frump. But I didn't know what to wear. And I don't have frumpy things, of course. And I came and borrowed something from my friend Diane. Diane has this lovely purse. And there's something about carrying a single-handled purse that I think makes anyone feel frumpish. You can't put it on your shoulder. You have to hold it like this. And the stole is just the thing, don't you think? Oh, lovely. And I have jewelry that matches my earrings, but I don't know how people did this clip thing because it kills. And the very last part of my frump outfit are actually shoes that I own that my husband will not let me wear. I don't know if you can see them, but they're extremely ugly. And they match beautifully, and my hem is out. I have strings hanging down my legs if you'd like to look later. But I was thrilled to be invited.
Thank you very much. And Betsy.
Well, dears, glad to have come today. I have my bag too. I got my Michael Jordan golf bag. And
Stay close.
my name's Betsy Hinchman. I live here in town. And I'm so glad I came. Did I say that already? All these things belong to me. My husband was quite concerned when I left. Oh my word, what do we have ahead in years to come? Right. I have some gum. Look at, oh, this shillelagh is from, it's from Vancouver, actually. Bouchard Gardens. You have ever
You're
been up
gardening
there?
Huh? What kind of frump are you?
Oh, I'm the Hatsutatsu. That's it.
Thank you. Good.
Okay.
I think.
I didn't really read the, the invitation, or I didn't know that you were all going to get so dressed up. So I just put on my silk
pajama pants, and which are actually quite expensive. They were they were a gift from Dombies in Iowa City. Never had anything so nice. And then Betsy had this bandana in her bag, so I threw it on at the last. Because when I saw all you so dressed up, I thought I should join in the fun a little bit more. Frumpy to me meant plain, so I didn't comb my hair. And no, I know that's all. Oh, and I'm neat as a pin, Frump.
Very good. Thank you, Pamela. Okay.
Nancy from Fairfield.
Okay. I think we've got one table of Frumps left. Unless maybe we're going to include these Frumps sitting in here. Oh, they were the beautiful Frumps. They looked too good, I thought. Debbie.
Well, I had a hard time finding a name tag that suited me. I'm afraid I didn't quite do my research, but I have figured out a way to rationalize my outfit. I'm animal lover Frump. I'm a Frump from the future, and I love wearing animals.
All right. Very good. Good thing we gave her till the end to come up with that. Wasn't that nice of us? Yeah. Okay. No, Joy says pass. Okay. Well,
she's with me.
She's from the future too. Yeah. Okay. And Barb?
I like the socks.
What we chose? Oh, prim and proper Frump.
That's good. I couldn't remember. I'm old enough that I couldn't remember what it was. My socks are my favorite. My daughters wore these. I have them in peach and in yellow and in blue. And they have a few runs in them, but I keep them just for occasions like this. I thought the belt really tied the whole outfit together. The polka dots and the red. And I shared these with my kindergarten students. I had to go to school and dig them out of my dress-up box. But I see that we're wearing our skirts a different length now than when I last wore this. This is actually early Von Mauer, and this is early Seifert's. But
very scary. I recognized it as a JH Collectibles blouse. I had one just like it. I think mine was red polka dots, though.
My hat, my daughter wore to homecoming her freshman year about 10 years ago, and I've just added a few things to make it a little more interesting. When I rolled up my skirt, I didn't think you'd really notice what size it was because the tags are rolled under, so. Yeah.
Very good. And Susan? Absolutely.
I'll do just a quick thing. I made a special trip to Ottumwa to the Salvation Army. I came back with like 3 or 4 outfits I couldn't find. I did decide on this one because it reminded me of my grandmother. But the belt accidentally got left there. Really
which is good.
It actually has little
dress shield.
That was pre-antiperspirant.
Yeah, and I thought it needed mended, but I decided not to. Yes, it's okay. I love going to auctions, and I have all kinds of goodies at home. And my hat was my mother's. And I really love this hat. I think I would wear it.
It's lovely.
And my makeup, I hope that I will be able to get it off.
I have some cold cream that you could borrow if you need.
Feel free to wipe your cheeks.
Yeah, just help yourself. Okay, and our next Frump, Diane Silverman. And what's your name?
What was that?
Finicky?
Oh, Finicky Frump.
Which sort of doesn't match, but I just picked one up.
Blizzard.
I keep taking my stuff off because it's so uncomfortable. But I think, pardon?
Which is why finicky fits.
Yeah, I guess that's why I'm finicky. But I got this at the bargain box, and which is a great resource. And the sweater is from my mother-in-law. Actually, she has had 3 of them, and she passed away about 9 years ago, and I was the one going through all of her things, and I never wear fur. This is like no one would ever see me in this, but I just couldn't throw these away because they were so beautiful. So I did put it on just for this occasion. Then it's going back in the closet. But I thought these were so cool because the sweater is lined in satin and then lace on top of that, and that's just the lining of it. And then the little clasp on each of these sweaters is different. It's like pearls and rhinestones. And then on each sleeve, there's a little rhinestone decoration. So I thought that was really neat.
She's not frumpy enough.
I'm not frumpy enough.
Yes, she's too pretty.
Oh my, well, the elastic feet keep slipping, so I couldn't have it. And the hat is my grandmother's, and I just had tons of hats. So some of the hats are on the tables, and let's see, my bag, I think it's borrowed from Susan. Is this yours?
One of my collections.
One of her collections of bags, but it keeps opening all the time. And then the costume jewelry is from my mother. She has a whole box of this stuff, so I borrowed things from her. And what else?
So it's like a family outfit.
It's a family outfit, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and I think that's it. But anyway, it was real fun to kind of throw it together.
Yes, you look
And our
beautiful.
hampers are so beautiful.
Yes, exactly. So, I think, start with Kathy. Kathy?
Yes, well, I'm from Van Buren County. My name is Kathy Shaney, and so my dress comes from the Roberts Building. And it has mildew down the front, but I thought that was very appropriate. So if you've noticed an unusual aroma this morning, the apron actually came out of a box from my mother's chest, and I remember someone wearing it, someone's reception, to look just right when they were serving. The gloves I actually wore in the 60s. We wore our gloves for Easter Sunday. And the hat, I promised myself when I got old I'd be able to wear hats, and so I had this hat collection growing in my house.
Very good. Okay. And next we have the pretty girls. The la-di-da girls.
All decked out Frump.
Hot Mama Frump.
And since we were the door greeters, we thought it would be important to have a nice presentation as they entered the room, or entered this event. These are things that I've had in my closet for at least 13 years, if not longer, waiting for just the right moment. This was my husband's grandmother's 40th wedding anniversary party outfit.
Wow.
Sometime in the 50s, and this was also one of her outfits, and these were her hats. We have her jewelry on, and it's just such neat stuff that it was.
And I'm so grateful that she was able to help me out, because of course I don't have a frumpy bone in my body.
Yes, and last but not least, our hostess with the mostest Frump.
Actually, those of you who have been in my upstairs know that we can't ever have guests because my bedrooms are so full of stuff, including tons of costumes. But I didn't start this until about 9 o'clock this morning, so I couldn't get to a lot of my stuff. So I'm not really frumpy. And then I had a lot of trouble with my jewels. They kept catching on the oven and going. So they're broken and lying in the other room. But I'm sorry I didn't get any frumpier. This just.
Oh, you look.
I could muster.
You.
My old Carol
You look.
hat.
Yeah. And we'd really like to thank the hostess of the Mostest Frump for opening her home to us today. It's a beautiful home, and it's just, I don't know how you feel, but the perfect setting for the Frumpy Tea.
But the opposite of frump.
Yes, right, not at all frumpy, however. So thank you very much. Yes. Okay, next I think we have some prizes.
The decisions were difficult.
Now, I was trying to keep you guys anonymous.
Just reveal themselves.
Because some of the judges have just chosen to reveal themselves. Okay. So, oh, you weren't. You didn't do this. Okay. All right. So, winner of the frumpiest dress is Barb Foss. And Barb is receiving
the magazines.
Some
sewing or crocheting.
Right.
Yes, there's work.
This is 32 items to knit with step-by-step instructions.
This
is like from the 1950s.
Here's the work basket. See that lovely little shawl with the little fringe and, okay.
Learn how to book.
Thank you
for the crochet.
honor.
You get a whole stack. It's going to keep you busy.
Oh, decorate cake step by step. Barb will not be teaching anymore. She'll be taking up a new business enterprise here. Okay. The most, well, I'm not sure if I would use this word, but I guess you had to come up with something here. The most disgusting hat. Jean. Yeah, please don't tell your mother. Okay.
You have to replace the one you have. The green. Yes. You have to coordinate it. Look. Oh, yeah.
So is this the most fun hat?
Makeup job.
No, it's not the makeup job. Her hat's really not made up.
Excellent.
Just the turquoise one? Linda Copsicker's in the turquoise hat, right?
Yeah, we changed it. Yeah, we changed it. Decisions. Yes, we changed it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a hard time reading this because it started out being the worst makeup job or best makeup job or something, and they didn't want to give it to me.
Oh, why not?
Well, because I didn't have time to put it on.
Oh, I see. There was none.
There was none. See, I was gonna look really good, but I had this problem. I overslept. So anyway, so instead we have another hat prize.
No. Makeup. It's still makeup.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. All right. I'm sorry. I crossed it out. So that was Linda? Linda?
Come on.
Okay. All right. I'm still tired. I didn't have any coffee. So Linda Copsicker. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I'm sorry. Good job. Well, it says apron.
Ah, the apron.
An apron.
Oh, my. How beautiful.
I needed that. I needed that. Thank you. Thank you.
You can put it around your neck. Oh, yeah. Sure it would be.
So the makeup doesn't.
Actually, that's
Okay. The ugliest jewelry, and that was Martha S.
The earring.
Yes. Sitting by Dorothy. And I think you're going to get some new jewelry.
My mom would have thought those were cute.
Okay.
Mom would think they were cute.
The uncutest shoes. Is that even a word? Okay, it is now. Judy Swan. And I think it's probably those crochet socks. Really, yeah. That really makes the shoes. And so Judy, I think you're gonna get some of those
wonderful crumpets.
Well, I thought about these.
Yeah.
Maybe you could resole some.
Oh, Oh,
So you don't have to worry about
some burnt crumpets. Okay. Yeah, re-sole your shoes. Okay, oh, this is perfect.
Put that in the play. Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't know better, if I didn't know better, I would say that they like made this up after you guys got here, but they didn't, because I saw this list, and actually it was printed in the paper too. The handbag to remember, Mary Arnold. It's perfect. Okay. Okay, and the prize for the Hide That Hairdo hat, right over here, from Atamwa, our very own Wallflower.
Now, this is welcome to Merle Hay Plaza Shopping Center. I was fine.
A rain cap.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
Okay. Okay, last but not least, the big, what you've all been waiting for, the Queen of Frump prize. And I don't know how the judges ever could narrow this down to just one, because that was a difficult job. So I'm sure they probably got like the top 10, and they probably just had to draw one out. So anyway, but the decision for the Queen of Frump is Ms. Betsy.
Makes it go into the Frumpy category. So lips are so great.
What's the name of her?
Totsy Totsy.
Totsy Totsy Frump.
I have a few people I'd like to thank. Especially.
It's hard to get things on.
Okay, dear, take your time. I've been waiting all my life for this one. Well, I have to thank first and foremost. I need a drink of water. You don't need to take all day here. I just have to tell you that I got inspired this morning by my horse, Amir, who is almost 32, and I was sending him his breakfast this morning. Amir the horse, my horse. And I was in the barn this morning, and I was thinking, what on earth could I possibly pull together in 20 minutes? I didn't have any problem. My husband, who has so much to look forward to years to come, God bless him.
Well, since you're the Queen of Frump, we thought you could pull these out. Their names, everybody's name is on the back or on a separate slip, so pull little ones and big ones. And then each one who gets a door prize can take one of the almost new flower arrangements. And how many do we have? 10?
Yes, there are
We have
2 in
10.
here.
Okay.
Please.
Outside.
Please.
This is just like at the auction when they say, please be sure and take everything that you get. Yeah. They haul them in, they want you to haul them out.
The first name is Deb Glass.
Do we pick now?
They're all
Run right around. Don't be shy.
They're all alike.
Don't be shy, dear. Karen Jost.
Oh, good.
There's one right there. Well, we can save the applause till the end. Barb Foss.
Oh, all right.
Lucky day.
Must be here.
Mackenzie Kessel.
No, she is my daughter, and she was frumped out.
We won't.
No.
She had too many frumps for her.
Melinda Quinn. Molly Newman.
Molly.
Carol Clyde. Are we counting? No. Just for everybody's name. I'm in a generous mood.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Jean Greco.
Jean.
This is particularly lovely. Thank you. Man, this would be perfect in my department.
I know those.
Debbie Freeberg.
I really wanted jeans.
We can work something out.
I'll have to count it down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right.
9. Linda
Copsicker.
Another double winner.
Very good.
And last
Exploded, Linda.
but not least.
Oh, drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
Martha Swearingen.
Martha, yes.
Well, that is our tea for this morning, so thank you.
A door prize.